Coming up. Now to a story you'll see only here on 7. Our cameras were able to capture something unlike anything you've probably ever seen before in this state. A state-of-the-art training facility nestled in the high southern Idaho desert. The Idaho National Guard is hoping others will take notice and come to train. The night team's Andrea Lutz recently visited by air and joins us now with a story.
Mark, when we decided to visit this Desert Combat Training Center, photographer Eric Turner and myself never thought we'd experience some of the things we did. Rancid smells, lifelike props, and plenty of land to make soldiers feel like they're in another part of the world. But the best part is they're right here in Idaho. And this training center has the potential to bring state dollars in. The Idaho National Guard calls Gowan Field home, employing 1,000 full-time people. But beyond even this, there's a place where economic development is being built right now.
You may not know about the Orchard Combat Training Center by way of a Black Hawk helicopter. It's about 10 minutes south from the city of Boise, and we're going to show you what it's all about.
It's just over 140,000 acres of BLM land spread across the Idaho desert. With 13 combat ranges, there's room for tanks to train, choppers to fly, grenades to launch, a 360-degree live firehouse, and a road that connects it all. This is where soldiers train and where they're taught.
Today we're out qualifying with our M4 and with our M9, which is our pistol.
10-round magazine.
Lieutenant Colonel Tom Schuler is the commander of the 124th Air Support Operations Squad. He says during war, these airmen assist with the Army on the ground.
So we want to be able here firing, having the helicopters out here firing, and then having the aircraft overhead and doing our job with them all together, which is what we have to do in combat.
But to prepare for battle even better, in the middle of this desert, the Idaho National Guard decided to build a city.
This facility is called a Combined Arms Collective Training Facility. It is designed to provide an urban training environment with the most realistic training that we can for all users, whether it's the National Guard, the Army, Marine Corps, Air Force, police agencies, SWAT agencies.
No soldier has set foot to train here yet. That'll change this summer when 2 units from out of state will use this facility for the first time ever.
Check hut, check smoke.
The combat scenario is like a video game, controlled here.
Go move to the outside cameras, Mike.
And played out here.
So they can move and do searches and experience that part of combat.
From the sights to the smells to the surprises, the soldiers are given a mission and then met with challenges.
This is kind of how life is over there. Yeah, it's pretty realistic.
This entire Desert Combat Center is on a 30-year plan to expand with the help of federal dollars.
So as you can see, they still have a lot of work to do with it.
Like on this mess hall.
And this mess hall will have the capability to be able to feed 300 soldiers in an hour.
And military housing.
All the equipment is provided for them.
Director Mike Woods says this is just phase 1.
And when a unit comes here to train, the impact for the Idaho economy and Boise and Nampa area is huge because the unit buys water, fuel, parts to fix their equipment.
And in the fall, the $40 million phase 2 will begin.
What we do know is that our leaders in Washington recognize the value of what we have here in Idaho.
Here, soldiers from all over will prepare for war with a combat training environment like none other.
We can bring soldiers out here and they can maximize their training along with helping the economy buying all the parts.
And it's here, so close to us, in the Idaho desert.
I think a lot of Idahoans don't have any idea of what we actually have out there, but we do have state-of-the-art training equipment, facilities that you're not going to find anywhere else west of the Mississippi River.
When those 2 out-of-state units from Alaska and Utah come to train here this summer, more local jobs will be made. To make that combat scenario a little bit more realistic, local actors will be hired to interact in the areas of the city, in the marketplace, in the jail, anywhere. It reinforces that lifelike atmosphere for the soldiers.
Oh, it's really fascinating, and it almost didn't happen. The Orchard Combat Training Center is funded by federal dollars. The $40 million for Phase 1 was almost cut because of the sequester. However, Congress allocated the money. It did push back the construction a bit, but did not stop it.